Welcome back, hunters, to a slightly different video. I'll be showcasing a build here by hunting a Malzeno, and I'll leave a timestamp of the build which will be explained throughout the video, and then a final look at all the stuff at the end of the video. This build is using the endgame boss Insect Glaive, built with a new skill introduced in Sunbreak known as Chain Crit. Now this skill essentially gives you +5 attack on your first hit of a combo, and then adds a huge attack and element attack boost after 5 hits. Now most of Insect Glaive combos do involve multi-hits, and this stat boost can be quite helpful. It doesn't last very long, but as long as you keep hitting after 5 hits, all your hits are boosted until you stop for about 2 seconds. So this was very useful in my eyes in 3 situations. Number 1, any knock, stun, paralysis, any situation where the monster can't move. Number 2, if you're using the advancing round slash, any attack including a diving wyvern off a counter, if done fast enough, will have boosted damage. Number 3, if you're using the jumping advanced slash while in the air and you finish with a diving wyvern. Although this last one was a little bit hard for me to showcase on Malzeno, it's a little bit better on other monsters like Lunagaron. Now this chain crit skill, I'm honestly enjoying it quite a bit. If it's a very aggressive Insect Glaive playstyle, high risk, high reward kind of thing. So I decided to combine this skill with the endgame final boss glaive called the Abyssal Insectoid. Now for spoiler purposes, I won't name the final boss, but it's the MR6 final boss from the quest The Devil's Reincarnation. This weapon has -25 affinity, but a whole bunch of purple sharpness and 350 attack, which is one of the highest I've seen so far. If anything, I expect only Diablos' final blade to be able to top that. It has no jewel slots, however, it does have a level 3 Rampage Deco slot, and I'll talk in a little bit about why this was a deciding factor to use this blade. Insect level is 15, which is fantastic, and it also has a little bit of dragon, so if you fight any elders that are weak to dragon like Malzeno, this will be ideal. So as you can see here, I'm being very aggressive with Malzeno. You gotta use the advancing slash quite a bit to build up that boost, but also continuously output some damage afterward. I also did use the Awakened Kinsect. Now that skill didn't get any bonus damage, but because of level 15 Kinsect, the damage was pretty good. I did pair this with the Gleam Beetle Assist Kinsect. If you're going for straight damage or number of hits, you have to use the Assist Kinsect. You don't have time to do anything else. Additionally as well, the Kinsect damage actually maintains your chain crit. So even if you take a second to reset, the Kinsect getting another hit gives you an extra second before you actually lose your buffs. That gives you time to get your hits in. This was kind of a bad hit that I took here. Oof. Yeah, we took some damage here. I actually thought I almost lost the run here. Disclaimer though here, I'm not a Team Darkside speedrunner by any means. I just love hunting and challenging myself. So the gameplay you see here, probably not the most efficient. I was proud of this run, but I know there are a lot of things that I could do better, and honestly, it was pretty good, all things considered, with the lack of sleep and practice that I've had over the last couple days. But yeah, so just keep it in mind that it's a pretty aggressive playstyle. You don't have max affinity, but the damage outputted from this weapon is still really good, and has been serving me well in endgame so far. So here's the armor I was using: the Malzeno helmet, Archfiend chest and coils, which comes from the final boss, Rathalos braces, and the Ingot Greaves. Taking a look at the skills here, the Ingot Greaves were needed for this purpose: the attack 2 and the 2 critical eye. Critical eye gives us 10% more affinity, which when combined with the weakness exploit 3 that we already have from the build, we reach a 35% crit chance on weak body parts inherently. Because of that, I added 3 critical boost jewels to add that extra 15% to make sure the critical hits were as strong as possible. Now my attack is maxed out because I have a level 3 attack boost charm. This could be a little bit hard to obtain after some time, but again, if you have better charms with other skills, you can mix this set around. I think with MR there are multiple slots that you can rearrange a little bit of jewel slots and stuff. I don't have time to max min every single possible build out there with the charms, so if you guys have a variation, post it in the comments below. I kept the Master Touch jewels here only because of the aggressive playstyle. You're going to try to get as many hits as possible as fast as possible, and it's possible to drain that purple sharpness without the monster leaving the area. I've done it. Even with the Master Touch, I was pretty close to losing the purple sharpness, so the Master Touch did help here. Now there's one more jewel that you do need: the Kushala Daora Soul Rampage Deco. Now this is a new feature in Sunbreak, a second kind of deco that only attaches to weapons, basically letting us add those old Rampage skills to a variety of weapons instead of being like locked to one weapon. This deco, in my opinion, is what made the weapon worth it for this playstyle. Kushala's Soul gives you a gradual increase in affinity as you continuously land hits on a monster. The original perk back in Base Rise gave you about 25% more affinity and then 30% I believe after 5 hits. As long as you keep damaging, you maintain that boost, otherwise after 3 seconds of no hits, you lose the buffs. Now I didn't hear anything about a nerf in Sunbreak. If there's a data miner that knows, then maybe someone can post a comment about it. But as of now, I don't think it was nerfed. But either way, you kind of see now why this works with the chain crit. The more hits you get gives you more affinity, which gives you a higher chance to crit. And the more hits you do also equals more damage per hit. So it really combined well, and honestly with this build, even if Kushala's Soul was nerfed to like just 20% affinity, that still gets you above 55 on a good hit zone, which means almost every other attack is going to start critting. So that's about it for the build, guys. A straight DPS build that isn't Narga Blade. I'm having a blast. I can't even tell you how happy I am just to see another weapon in action. And with chain crit, it's a really aggressive playstyle, which I personally love. Now, if you guys aren't into an aggressive playstyle, change the coils. The chest piece of Archfiend is really good in endgame with 2 Declas plus Wex. But if you don't want chain crit, change the coils to Rathalos coils and then add a new charm for extra skills. So with that, guys, I'm going to leave you guys to the rest of the gameplay here. I'll be making a few comments here and there on the gameplay itself, but I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, we're going to skip ahead a little bit here because quite honestly, I did get a little slammed in that last area and then he moved. It's the third area now. One thing that I need to work on is learning how to like stun lock monsters, I guess. Kind of like keep them in one area. I think that's definitely something I'll improve on. If you guys enjoy just seeing gameplay as well of a build, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. It's my first time trying. Okay, so we got a knock. So this is actually a good time for damage. Should be trying to get as much damage as possible here. I'm a little sloppy. I was trying to avoid the red cloud, but that didn't work. Probably should have ignored it. The red cloud showed up in the wrong spot, honestly. Unfortunate. Shouldn't have got hit by that attack. Easy dodge. See, now I should have done Rising Slash here instead of just the forward slash. A little bit sloppy. Definitely a little bit sloppy. Might do a rerun of this and do a full video just on a rerun. If you guys noticed throughout this video, I'm also using the Insect Slash to kind of regain my buffs. Try and hit that red cloud again. I'm not really using it too much for damage, but more so to make sure that I have those buffs so when there's a roar, I'm all clear. Oh, I completely flaked that. Little spin. She gets head. Roll again. Easy dodge. We got a little bit of time here at this attack for the Awakened Insect. And here you go. Like, I'm going to use the Insect Slash just to regain those buffs and get back into the damage. So you can see the big red puffs. That's the chain crit adding on and just boosting our damage quite a bit. So even if you're doing just 5 hits, you're still getting extra damage out of it. And I believe after 5 hits, it's kind of like plus 20 attack or something like that if you have all 3 levels. And Espinas shows up. I think we'll skip forward here because it was just a regular wyvern ride back and forth a little bit. Ouch. Alright, so he did move after that, but we got Blue Skull. We just gotta finish him off now. I can go up the middle of that attack. I keep forgetting that. That's something I need to improve on. You can definitely go up the middle if you have space. Like, I could have walked there, right there. I had the space. That hop is really tricky. Spin move. And the finisher. There it is. It's been so satisfying to finish any hunt with the Awakened Insect attack. I don't know what about it. It just feels so satisfying. If you guys enjoyed that, be sure to subscribe for more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this build helps you out. And let me know in the comments what you guys think about it when you guys try it out.